Welcome, listeners, to PodcastONA, where we ask, why would they change math? I am your host, Alex, and joining me are Andy.
I just woke up from a nap about an hour ago. I have no witty catchphrase today.
And Duelist.
I saw Black Panther.
I gotta go see that this weekend. And unfortunately, Jet is not here with us tonight. Bit of a last-minute thing. He wasn't able to join us, but
I'm
back
going
next
to imagine
time.
He's also seeing Black Panther right this very second.
Well, I mean, everybody's gonna go see it. Yeah. Hopefully I'll see it this weekend. Yeah. I hear really good things about that. You know, unless you're a racist white asshole. Or Breitbart. But then again, what's the difference?
Aren't those basically synonymous at this point?
Indeed they are. Oh, God.
But what's synonymous with us?
Good question. People in the comments, let us know what you think.
At the very least, we do have anime news.
Oh boy, do we. And, for this show, we've got quite a bit of news to get to, as well as a cautionary tale of what could happen when you wish too hard for something to come true. And sadly, that's where we have to start. But first, we have some good news regarding this show. If you're listening to this in places other than iTunes or Google Play, well, you can now listen to us on iTunes and Google Play. Yes, at long last, the show is now available on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, and Google Play for your listening enjoyment whenever you so demand it.
Jobs, man. Give us the sweet, Apple Moolah, boys.
Yes. Links will be in the info description if you would like to subscribe to the show's feed. And let it be known that it's not my fault it took until just after this to happen. I'm not in charge of any of that behind-the-scenes stuff, unfortunately. I just produce it.
But yeah, we're on iTunes. Enjoy.
Yes. Well, let's get this over with. So, in the realm of Western live-action adaptations of anime properties, we haven't had the best of luck for finding a quote-unquote good one.
Oh my god, we're opening with this.
Just to get it out of the way. And that's mostly attributed to the rather, washed-out cast. Whether it be Dragon Ball Evolution, or The Last Airbender, The Guyver, Death Note, Ghost in the Shell, the one common complaint is this: why so many white people? Well, we have an upcoming live-action adaptation coming out that promises to not fall in that same pitfall. And clearly, someone out there wished for this to happen on a monkey's paw, because the series in question is the goddamn live-action Sword Art Online series. And it got bought by Netflix! Who did this?
Man, this is hilarious to me. Like, it's such a fucking monkey's paw angle that, like, I'm not even angry. I just find it kind of amazing that all the stars aligned just right for this particular tomfoolery. And it amuses me greatly. I mean, I'm definitely curious what the hell they're going to do with it, but I honestly feel like SAO totally is the kind of adaptation they straight up could have done with, like, white people or, like, Americanization, and nobody would really complain that much. But I respect the angle that they're trying to go for with keeping it to, like, Japanese culture or Asian culture. So that'll be neat, I guess. And on Netflix, so like I said, I don't know if it'll be good, but at the very least, the angle that they actually do want to try and do this, even if it is for something like this, is a good precedent to set.
It's a good path to go on. But of all the projects, why this one? And why now?
It's very much a beggars can't be choosers thing.
Okay, so for full context, In an interview with Collider, Leda Kalogridis, I hope I said that right, an executive producer and writer for the series, stated the following, quote, I recently sold SAO to Netflix, and part of that agreement was that the main characters would remain Asian. Additional comments? When I sold this to Netflix, we were all on the same page. They are not interested in whitewashing it, and I'm not interested in whitewashing it. In terms of the secondary characters, because the game is meant to be global, the way it's presented in the anime and the light novels, there are secondary characters that clearly are from other parts of the world, like Klein and Agil, aka the best boys. Like, of all the projects to have this reassurance of, don't worry guys, we won't whitewash it, it had to be this one. Fuck you, world.
I mean, like I said, it's a good intention. I'm not gonna knock them for wanting to do this because it's genuinely a place of sincerity, and it just happens to be SAO, which we are not quite fans of.
I mean, speak for yourself, but
I myself am not quite a fan of.
No, I am very critical of it, which to some would make me a member of the hate-dom, which is totally a thing.
Am I? Okay, cool. Do I get a t-shirt?
But, I mean, of all the projects that are in development, or development hell, we have the live-action Akira, the live-action Bleach, the live-action Naruto, which is still going to be a thing, apparently.
the live-action One Piece.
That too! All of those. Sorry, y'all are going to be the first.
What's unfortunate, is now that Netflix is involved, that pretty much means it's definitely happening.
Who would have thunk it? Netflix pretty much totally embracing their holy weeb inside of them because... Yeah. By the way, we're getting the fucking Full Metal live action on their site in a couple days. That'll be interesting.
Yes, that's coming out on Monday. Maybe we'll do something for it if we have time. But who knows. And there was one other thing regarding Netflix that's been making the rounds, and we're not going to mention it until we have complete certainty over whether or not a certain project is alive or dead. Don't even mention it. Don't even mention it. Don't even look at it. I'm
doing all of it.
Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. And just slowly back away.
Alright. When the day comes, I'll wear my best suit.
Sure, whatever.
I'm not 100% sure if I know what page y'all are on, but alright.
That's
good. Let's keep it that way. Does
it involve what you might do on the weekend? With bloodsuckers?
No? Wait. Never mind. Anyways, let's keep going.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a thing. It'll come out whenever, and it'll make the rounds on Netflix. There'll probably be trailers and billboards and whatever the fuck's gonna go on. I am just not ready for it. Not at all.
Is anyone?
No, they aren't. Nobody was ready for that Cloverfield movie either, but, it just came and went. Anyway, let's move on to something a bit more enlightening. Discotek Media. They are currently gauging interest via a poll on their Facebook page about what to do with older and longer shows that are standard definition only. Either release them in multiple DVD sets, or in smaller count SD Blu-ray sets. So far, the overwhelming majority on this poll is in favor of SD Blu-ray, quirks aside. But I want to ask, what would you all prefer Discotek do?
Think about how many discs a full series like Fist of the North Star must come in. So, it'll definitely save up on some space, for sure. Like, I'm all for it. Like, it's standard definition Blu-ray, as long as it's like a Blu-ray, sure, why not? I'm game. And it'll probably put a little less dent in my wallet, so I'm game. Good for them. I'll support their SD, BD, okay.
Okay.
I am always pro Blu-ray, and the only thing that makes me hesitant is rumors that they are difficult to play on certain things.
Yeah, apparently they don't play nice on, like, PS4 consoles.
Oh, they don't?
No, I remember Justin Zavakis said something about that SD Blu-rays don't quite play nice on every player, like PS4s.
Damn, that's like my key Blu-ray player, so that's something I'll have to consider.
But I've been mentioned that I have like 5 different Blu-ray players in one way or another, so I'm golden, and yeah, I'd be okay with SD Blu-ray, especially when they take up less discs. I think Fist of the North Star was like, I don't know how many DVDs it was, like 16, 17, something like that. And I think it was only like 3 SD Blu-ray discs.
Wow.
I could be wrong. I'm just trying to write it off the top of my head.
I would believe it.
It's actually 21 DVDs. Holy crap. Yeah. So that'll be probably coming out in the future. And per this Facebook page, some of their notes on it are the following. If the title has HD Masters, there might be a more expensive HD Blu-ray set and a lower price standard def Blu-ray set with no DVD sets at all. But of course, they're still going to do the usual standard Blu-ray releases and combo packs for like movies or certain shows. And of course, some shows that are only in HD will be only on Blu-ray because, why would you buy a show on DVD in 2018?
Basically because there's no other choice.
Or you're like dirt poor, which is unfortunately
a real possibility, yes.
Yeah. I actually bought a DVD-only copy of Drifters the other day, just seeing it at my used CD shop.
Okay.
Was it like $2?
It was like $12. Like, I didn't even know Drifters had a DVD-only release.
I'm just gonna say this. That show failed to grab me from the few episodes I've watched, so that would probably be one of the things I'd least likely to buy on a DVD set of all things. That's because I'm kind of a snob for owning something in the highest quality possible.
Yeah.
That's fair.
At least if it exists.
So good on, and so on that note, good on them for releasing Kiyosagaika on Blu-ray. Heard that was a very good release. Actually saw that at Walmart today.
Really? You should have gotten that one.
It was $45. A little too pricey for me at the time. Plus, I already bought Bayonetta today anyway.
Okay. You're off the hook.
Yeah. Walmart's also selling Yuri on Ice of all shows.
Well, you probably didn't see the limited edition because fuck finding that anywhere now.
Well, I actually bought it on Rice Stuff, so I got it.
I mean, yeah, anybody else.
Does one of you want to buy me the Keijo limited set?
I mean, that one's still in print.
What, did the Yuri on Ice set already go out of print?
Yes.
Already?
Yes.
Wow, okay. Well, I guess
Sounds
I
like
did good
they,
pre-ordering that day one. Okay, well.
Heaven forbid some of these limited releases be limited. Here's looking at you, Amazon exclusive Cowboy Bebop Blu-ray box.
Oh yeah, that's the one that always shows up for like $50 every couple of months.
Let's reprint this because people... I mean, I don't know if it's a...
Look, if
It's not necessarily a bad business decision, but it makes me feel bad about having paid, like, I think $80.
Look, if nothing else, I've definitely been more conscious of, like, Funimation's limited editions now, because I've seen a couple of them, like Mobile Suit Gundam, Iron Blade Orphans, Mob Psycho, and Testament of Sister New Devil recently actually go out of print. So it's, like, definitely gives me a kick in the ass to be like, I should buy My Hero Season 2 Part 1's limited edition before I forget.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I knew that Sister New Devil had
It did, and it was,
limited.
yeah. They're actually doing actual countered limited releases again. After like, years of them doing quote-unquote limited editions for everything.
I definitely kind of miss when Right Stuff used to actually have a counter for certain titles.
Well, I mean, they still do, but you have to, like, do a workaround of it. Like, It's complicated, but whatever. Let's just move.
You'll clearly
Yeah,
have to show me
let's
later.
move on then. Well, if you would all be so kind to indulge me for a few minutes,
No.
who's been watching the Winter Olympics?
I watched
My sister?
a little bit of ice skating, and I gotta say, motherfucker, that is the hardest sport in the goddamn fucking world, and the NBC commentators are the biggest assholes in the world.
Leave Nathan Chen alone, you fucking assholes! God.
Like, holy shit.
All I saw were clips here and there, and that's already enough to make me agree.
Yeah, NBC's
Yeah,
coverage isn't all that great, but that's not what we're here to talk about. I'm certain one question some were asking about these events was, how long will it take for Yuri on Ice to get referenced at the Olympics?
Surprisingly not long.
If you guessed 8 hours before the opening ceremonies, you win that prop bet.
Oh yeah, that was before the ceremonies, wasn't it? Man, Olympics are weird.
Yeah. Yes, Miyu Suzaki and Ryuichi Kihara, representing Japan, performed the eponymous Yuri on Ice piano piece during their pair skate short program, both on the day of the ceremony and during their preliminary run. Sadly, they did not go on to the medal round final, but when it happened the first time, fans of the show flipped out, myself included.
I appreciate the fact that they went with the Yuri on Ice piece rather than Born to Make History.
I'm still waiting for History Maker to show up.
I like the piece better, honestly. I think it's like a really good song. Honestly, the only thing I would have liked better was if I could hear the theme of King JJ.
Oh, God. How about Shall We Skate?
Shall We Skate's good too.
That's a good soundtrack. Said Flip Out made the rounds online pretty far, with tweets from both Mitsuro Kubo and Junichi Suwabe voicing their support of the performance, which is pretty cool.
That's pretty goddamn cool, alright.
Yeah. And the viral reception even made headlines online from sources such as Nerdist, MTV, and the BBC.
Motherfucking BBC. Wow.
Yeah.
Yuri on Ice, this show ain't going. This show clearly nobody wants it or nobody likes it or remembers it. Nope, no siree.
Clearly, it was just, a
flash in a pan.
Yeah, which is why people are so mad that it's still being talked about 16 months later.
That just means it's still relevant. Who fucking cares?
Of course it's relevant. 13 million people saw it live on NBC.
Yep.
And I think like 20 million more saw it the second time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and as we're recording this right now, they're doing the men's free skate for the medals. And, yeah, I second your notion about figure skating. It is a terrifyingly difficult sport.
Doing a quad anything is like a Herculean feat. And the second somebody does a minor slip up, it's like, oh, that was terrible. You failed your family, you failed your friends, you failed your country. Thank God your fucking grandparents are dead so they don't have to live with that shame, you fucking like, goddamn. What the shit?
You know what else is terrifying? Smooth jazz versions of Wonderwall.
Oh, God.
I forgot Wonderwall.
But at least we had that one awesome performance from the French pair that did Disturbed's cover up The Sound of Silence, which is a good song. Shut your fucking mouths.
Didn't like some Russian skater dress up like Sailor Moon, or is that like doctored photo?
Oh, yeah. Evgenia. Yeah, she's, they did a profile about her, and they showed some of her Sailor Moon performance. Oddly enough, during that profile, they had, like, still images from the Bleach manga to show how much she liked anime.
Bleach is still relevant, you guys.
Y'all had one job, NBC. Clips of Yuri on Ice. That's all you had to put in. Okay, that's all. I just really wanted to talk about that since, Yuri on Ice is really important to me.
You strike me as somebody who may have a few things to say about that show.
Well,
just
clearly.
a little
I
bit.
mean, I bought the limited edition release. Like, I pre-ordered it the first day it was up on Right Stuff, so yeah. Clearly, I am just a casual fan of the show.
You are very casual, of course. All right.
All right, with all that out of the way, let's get into this large pile of news.
Imagine if we did this last night, we'd miss quite a couple of them.
So much stuff came out on Thursday.
Specifically, like Thursday at midnight.
Yeah, thanks Variety, again.
Haha!
But we'll get to that later. Okay, so Funimation's May product slate has been announced, and barring one interesting release, it's looking to be a pretty low-key, middle-of-the-road month, so...
That's fine by me, considering April's gonna bleed me dry.
Yeah.
We've been over this. You don't have to buy everything immediately, especially if it's not a limited edition.
I'm buying that limited edition of fucking My Hero as soon as I can, and probably maybe either Dragon Maid or Monster Girls.
Okay. Well, you'll have this month to sort of cool down from that. Your wallet will thank you. Okay, so on May 1st, there's nothing. Just throwing it out there, May 1st it's a dead week.
I still find that suspicious that there is nothing on May 1st, considering it's...
I guess they only do releases for like 4 weeks. And that's all for whatever.
I don't buy it. I think there may be something else, but
No,
yet to be revealed.
barring unusual circumstances, they don't really do that. But anyway, moving on. So May 8th has Ace Attorney Part 2.
Finally.
And because who needs company consistency, the live-action Parasite movies.
Yeah, this one was an actual surprise. Like, whoa, this is happening.
Hey, now I don't have to pirate it.
I mean, cool. I'm very curious about how they handled this one.
Yeah.
If nothing else,
Apparently it's dubbed.
If they didn't at least get Brittany Karbowski to consistently Miggy, that's a mistake.
I would say at the very least, I think they are capable of getting Adam Gibbs and Brittany Karbowski back. But we'll have to wait and see.
All right. So, moving on from that, May 15th is the big week because there are 4 releases. Eld Live,
Okay.
Suki ga
That's
Kire.
I hear good things about Suki
If
Gakure.
you've not checked it out, by the way, Eld Live is actually pretty good. It's just kind of weird in its... you don't know what the heck demographic it was ever aiming to.
Same thing can be said to Suki Gakure, except that one has a much more clear demographic.
All right, we have Part 2 of All Out, the rugby show. That looks really weird.
Cool.
Now I have to ask, once that release is there, is the show all out?
Probably.
Yes. Shut up.
And we have Season 9, Voyage 5 of One Piece, still on DVD because Toei hates us.
But we are finally finished with Fishman Island, meaning the next One Piece release is probably going to be Season 10 and starting Punk Hazard.
Okay.
So we'll get to see if Caesar Cloud is voiced by Minovsky or not.
All right. May 22nd has Sugumomo
I know my friend liked this. I know literally nothing about it.
and Clockwork Planet.
I know less about this one than I think any of them.
I think Sketch and I watched 1 or 2 episodes and we're like, this is kind of enough that let's continue it dubbed, and then we never went back to it. I think it's more of, it seemed very not anything new.
Yeah.
But seeing as I've only seen 1 or 2 episodes of it, I'm not sure that means I should be talking much about it. So who knows? Maybe it got good.
I mean, I heard literally zero conversation about it. It's very rare to have a show where I hear zero discourse on it.
Well, I mean, it's not that rare. I mean, look at the shows on Amazon.
I do.
I actually do hear a lot of discussion about number of shows on Amazon. Like,
Especially now that Strike is out.
I do appreciate that, yes.
Thank you for understanding my joke, guys. Really appreciate it.
I'm sorry we left you to hang and dry.
Ugh.
It's what we do.
All right,
After the rain.
And you brought it back.
Okay, and lastly, on May 29th, we have Show by Rock Season 2 plus shorts.
Cool. That
And
one,
that's it.
they've been discussing doing commentary for that, because I know Caitlin and Brina have been recording commentaries. They're probably recording the songs for that one, too. She might be working on some other stuff, too. I'm curious what. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. We'll see.
Yeah, okay. Oh, speaking of Caitlin, did y'all see the latest Pop Team Epic dub episode with Caitlin Glass and Jad Saxton?
Oh, it's so good.
I'm behind on the dub. I think I've actually somehow managed to only watch the first episode of dub.
Oh, you got it.
Dude, there's some good pairings. There's some good
Oh, yeah.
I'm
pairings.
trying to prioritize stuff I haven't seen, like, 4 times already, if you get my,
I get
Rift.
it, but
Yeah.
episode 2 is Brina Palencia and Trina Nishimura. And then afterwards, it's Sunny Strait and Mike McFarlane.
The pairings for Topical and Peep and Me have a lot more connection to them. I know somebody pointed it out, like the relation between the voice pairings. I can't quite find it right now, but it's out there if you can look hard enough.
Cool.
All right. Additionally, and this could just be free publicity for all we know, Funimation has shared a link to the upcoming Gundam Build Divers series on their Facebook page, so this has led to some speculation over whether or not they will end up having that show.
I think at the very least right now, it pretty much seems just like we're cool with Sunrise. Check it. I think that's all it currently is at this point in time. The show also just came into existence recently, which...
There was a big
Yeah.
event, but yeah. I mean, there is precedent. They got Gundam IBO, and they have tried to branch out into the world of kids anime with Puzzles and Dragons and Monster Hunter Stories Ride On, which that didn't go out so well because no TV station in America wants it.
You'd think, but I'm kind of hoping they don't do their new Puzzles and Dragons show for the Sidebar this season, because doing the math, there's already like 10 or 11 second seasons continuing into spring, depending on like which, because like there's like 6 continuing from winter, and at least one that's been confirmed is My Hero Academia Season 3. I'm pretty sure they're also going to get like Steins Gate 0 as well.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. I'm having like war flashbacks just for what's gonna happen when we have to talk about the spring season.
Dude, there's a fuck ton of this. There's a ridiculous amount of sequels. It's kind of actually crazy this time.
Laying this down right now, that whole show is going to be just talking about the spring season because there's going to be way too much to do other stuff, and I don't want to do another 2.5 hour show ever again.
That's fair.
Yeah, so stay tuned, kids. Okay. Anything else on that whole Gundam thing?
I personally don't think it's anything, but I will say it's interesting. They got the Iron Blood Orphans character designer back for that one, and this is going the angle of straight up, what if Gundam and Gundam Toy was Gundam MMO, which is an interesting angle. And I'm not going to lie, I actually do like the way the character designs look, and they actually have a Gundam character that is a cat girl, which is... I'm not sure. You know what? Somebody's probably going to correct me and say this isn't the first time that's happened, but it's the first time I can think of it.
Okay. So on to Viz Media we go, as they are starting to branch out into a few interesting fields. Firstly, Viz has partnered up with indie game studio Rose City Games on a new project called The World Next Door, described as a supernatural action-adventure game. Quoting their press release, The World Next Door is a narrative-driven game that centers around June, a rebellious teen girl trapped in a parallel world, aka Isekai, inhabited by magical creatures. Inspired by the emotional storytelling and thrilling action of both anime and indie games, players can expect to meet and develop friendships with an eclectic cast of characters while uncovering the mysteries hidden within this world. The World Next Door is currently in full production with a planned release on PC. Viz Media is slated to release 2 more games developed by Rose City Games over the next few years, and is currently accepting publishing inquiries from developers with games at all stages of production.
I actually kind of appreciate that they are taking as bold a risk to venture into publishing indie games. Like, I remember the hint that it could be video games. It's like, are they developing them? Are they picking up a lot of Japanese stuff? No, they're doing straight up Western indie game publishing, which I think is good for them to do, because I really don't think Viz could compete in the niche anime video game market that's already inhabited by a lot of key players like
Bamco.
like Bamco for one. Then you got Xseed, you've got Marvelous, you've got Nice America, and just to name a couple. Like that market's pretty much dominated already, and I don't think they need to compete with that. So I'm glad that they're not doing that and are just straight up publishing and helping with a lot of indie talent in regards to games, which I think is cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the game will be anything. It's just, I think it's neat that they're doing this.
Yeah.
I wish them luck.
I don't really. I mean, this is something I would really have to see how it turns out before I have much of an opinion on.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like... I mean, I'm all for them trying stuff out. It's just this particular product at least seems a little... eh?
I mean, I'm sure it'll do fine, like, through Steam, because, you know, that's where indie games go to thrive. Doki Doki Literature Club.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, yeah. Interesting enough, there's going to be 2 more games. That's the part I sort of eyeballed in. So this will be an interesting partnership. We'll see where it goes.
Hopefully it'll do better than Sonic and Sega's exclusive Wii U 3-game partnership.
The Wii U? They didn't even make that anymore.
Man, that was, I think it was Sonic Lost World, one of the Olympic games, and goddamn Sonic Boom.
Let it be known, Sonic Boom, the game, is terrible. Sonic Boom, the TV series, is awesome.
It's also done.
Aww. Oh, Sega. Okay, but anyway. That's not all Viz has branched out to, as they are now entering the world of wrestling non-fiction books, with their upcoming summer release of the autobiography of New Japan Pro Wrestling and WWE megastar Shinsuke Nakamura, entitled King of Strong Style, 1980 to 2014.
That is more your field than mine, but hey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, the connection between wrestling and anime fandoms is pretty strong. I mean,
I've been told, yeah.
I was at Walmart today. The end of their DVD shelves had one side one column of anime, like Hunter x Hunter, Sailor Moon Crystal, Pokemon, Kabaneri, Yuri on Ice, and right next to it, wrestling DVDs.
Cool.
Yeah, that'll be pretty cool. That'll be a fun read. Okay. Now, last time we talked about the crazed madness of gambling that is Kakegurui, and we now know that across the pond, Anime Limited will be releasing it on Blu-ray in the UK, tentatively slated for Q1 2019.
Good on them. Hopefully we'll hear something ourselves eventually. Mm-hmm. As for who can get it, let's see. There's Funimation, there's Sentai, there's fucking anybody, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's all a matter of who will release it and when.
Where's the dart gonna land is the big, big question.
Mm-hmm. My bedtime for Funimation, probably. I mean, given some things I've been hearing about what they may have.
Are you a betting man, Alex?
Probably. It looks like Ghibli movies will be getting plenty of theater runs this year, as a different Studio Ghibli movie will be getting a 3-day run every month here in the States, starting in March, courtesy of GKIDS and Fathom Events. In order, Ponyo, The Cat Returns, Porco Rosso, Pompoko, Princess Mononoke, Grave with the Fireflies, My Neighbor Totoro, Spirited Away, and Castle in the Sky, all in Japanese and English. And additionally, Mary and the Witch's Flower will be getting additional screenings across America on February 24th and 26th. So, check Fandango for all that stuff.
Guess who's probably going to as many of those as possible. Also,
Nice.
This is unrelated, but I'm pretty sure there's some other random stuff cropping up, like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Pyramid of Light movie remastered. Which, you know what? I saw that in theaters the first time.
I did too. I brought my dad in hindsight, and I saw. I don't remember. I remember I got a cooler Dark Magician variant.
Yeah, I may actually still have some of those. I don't know.
I actually had the DVD, and I actually got the limited edition cards by mail. Which, I'm glad that Pandora's box is sealed shut. I'm never gonna go back to that.
Andrew and his dad squad going to Yu-Gi-Oh movies.
What's the one? That'd be it. Look, he's already taken his kids to his fair share of anime movies. He still recounts that, like, he went to see Pokemon the first movie. He's like, this is the most garbage thing I've ever seen.
Oh, God. Okay.
Oh.
Love you, Dad.
All right. And that's not all from GKIDS, though, because in a late-breaking story coming the night before we recorded this show, like very late, Variety reported that GKIDS pulled off quite a coup by acquiring the rights to Mamoru Hosoda's upcoming film, Mirai of the Future.
Yeah, what an actual fucking twist.
And it's all thanks to a company called Charades, which is handling the international selling of the film. They've been handling, who gets it in what region, like the UK, Anime Limited, Australia, Madman, etc., etc. So hey, maybe we'll actually get to see it in theaters this time.
Maybe.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Either way, that's a genuine surprise. I was actually getting pretty used to like Funimation's McFarlane dubs on those since he's done like the past three. He did do Let Through Time, but either way, genuine surprise. I'm very surprised, but I'm definitely good on them. That's a good guess.
Well, I guess the host of that collection will forever be incomplete now.
I mean, it always was going to be incomplete. We're never getting the fucking One Piece movie.
Why? There's no reason
Toei.
for it to not be here.
Because fucking Toei.
It's in. They have it in the UK.
Because fuck you.
Yeah, thanks, Toei. Really, I can feel the love coming from y'all.
So can they.
Yeah. Well, we got more movies to talk about, though, because Sentai Filmworks has partnered up with Azalan Pictures to bring the Initial D film trilogy to theaters, with the first two films screening as a double feature starting on February 23rd, and the third film starting in theaters on March 9th.
I'm pretty sure that's nowhere near me, and I'm slightly indifferent.
Funny enough, our friend Hardy was telling me how both one of the Initial D movies and the Free movie are playing the exact same day at the exact same time at the only time.
Oh, no.
Do you have to pay to see the Free movie?
Yeah. You have to pay to see the Free movie?
I am pinching my nose so hard right now.
fuck off.
That joke was terrible, and you should feel terrible.
Hey, did you ever come across that image with, like, all females, and it's called Paid? This is artwork that exists, folks.
Lord. So yeah, that's the thing that's happening. And back to Funimation we go, as they are bringing out something a bit unexpected over here, and with quite a tale behind it. Funimation will be bringing the film Big Fish and Begonia to theaters in April, a film produced and animated in China by B&T Studio with cooperation from Studio Mir, the Avatar and Voltron guys.
Yeah,
Which
what
took
the fuck?
12 years and a crowdfunding campaign to make a reality. Its initial run in China in 2016 earned an estimated 565 million won, which, if converted today, would be just shy of 90 million US dollars. Yeah.
That's pretty fair.
So the film will be in select theaters across North America in April, presented in its original Mandarin, and also with an English dub.
So, interesting thing, I noticed actually looking at, like, the main three of the dub cast. I think all three of those actors are Asian in some way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's completely intentional. Probably, maybe. I'm not sure.
It was probably a coincidence more than anything.
Maybe, but it seems like Stephanie Sheh, Johnny Young Bosch, and Todd Haberkorn as like the first three names. It's like, on the one hand, yeah, those are the bigger names. Of course you want those attached. On the other hand, they're all Asian. This seems like a particularly like proud Asian product, or at least, and I find that kind of interesting.
Yeah, and
I also noticed it's a Studiopolis dub, so that's neat as well.
Cool.
Yeah, I looked it up since I've been seeing more of Studiopolis pop up in Funimation titles. I recognized some of the people involved in ADR and writing. It's like, those are people who are on a couple other Studiopolis projects that come out. So it's like, that's probably where it's at. Also, Yuri Lowenthal.
Yes, we have Yuri Lowenthal in here, and of course the main three being Stephanie Sheh, Johnny Young Bosch, and Todd Haberkorn. Again, probably a coincidence.
If it wasn't, it wouldn't surprise me either.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Movie looks gorgeous.
Oh yeah, it looks really good. I'll probably check it out if I can. Okay, one last bit of theater news, although this isn't so much for us, but for our friends south of us. And hi again, Yuri on Ice. We haven't talked about you in about 10 minutes or so.
When Alex goes 10 minutes without talking about Yuri on Ice, you just see the fucking furrowed brow and continuous amounts of sweat.
Very funny. Okay,
It's accurate.
Per statement from Arcade Media, an entertainment distribution company located across Latin America, the TV series Yuri on Ice will actually be getting theatrical screenings in Mexico, Chile, Argentina, and several more countries in Central and South America later this year. Pretty cool stuff.
Nice. That's literally all I have to say.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've been hearing rumblings that we might get some information about this movie coming out, probably like after the Olympics are over. So,
Look, if you were going to fucking advertise it, that's a pretty good way to advertise it.
yeah. And it goes without saying, but when this movie comes out, Funimation, Crunchyroll, bring it in theaters. You like money, don't you? I'm sure you like money.
I'm pretty sure if there is any delay in that, it's not going to be they don't want it or they don't recognize that it's going to make them a fuck ton of money. Odds are it's probably legal shit is weird.
Yeah. But
Think how long it took them to finally get free. Or at least the movies.
But then again, Avex Pictures and Kyoto Animation are kind of not as difficult compared to each other. Like, I would think Avex Pictures is easier to deal with than, like, Kyoto Animation.
Okay.
That's just me. Yeah. But seriously, guys, bring the movie out when it comes out. You like money, don't you? I know you do. Everybody likes money. This will make you a lot of money. But, well, we knew this was coming, but not so soon. Right Stuff has listed a release date for the first part of arguably the most infamous Gundam series of them all. The series that sent the franchise to the brink of death, Gundam AGE.
Sounds good.
May 1st, is the day that it comes out, but hopefully this means G Gundam isn't too far behind.
It only gets better with age.
Oh, yes.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Fuck off.
This feels like it's just an obligation release. Like, you have the license. You have to release this. But it's Gundam AGE. Release it! Okay, fine. Release it for, like, the 5 people who like it.
Look, they're gonna make some good bank off of G Gundam, so whatever.
I would hope so.
I mean, nobody likes that show.
Clearly.
I clearly didn't import, like, rare Rain and Allenby figures for what may have been around $80. Let's stop talking about this. I don't like it.
Okay. So we have some preliminary info out and coming regarding the upcoming Fooly Cooly series, as C2E2, the Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo, has announced a panel for Fooly Cooly featuring Jason DeMarco from Adult Swim, Maki Terashima Furata and Mitsuhisa Ishikawa from Production IG, and Kari Walgren, the original English voice of Haruko. And at said panel, there is said to be a sneak peek of the upcoming series, both entitled Fooly Cooly Progressive and Fooly Cooly Alternative. And no, this has nothing to do with Sword Art Online, you fucking no-taste plebs. Stop with your comparisons.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Those are like side series.
Fucking people, man.
Anyways, this does confirm the fact that this is a union project, because Kari Walgreen can pretty much only do like union projects nowadays, so that's interesting. And I think I also saw somebody posted a listing that this is an NYAV post-up.
Yeah, somebody found something in the SAG-AFTRA database lookup, and it shows that at the very least, Alternative is being dubbed an NYAV post.
I'm not sure why Progressive wouldn't, but yeah.
Don't know. Wait, we'll probably find out more later in April, and whenever
for sure
comes out.
Yeah. Either way, I'm expecting we'll probably get this in like June, July.
Mm-hmm. I'm ready for it, because we live in an age of people are going, well, why not? Why can't we do this?
Man, fucking. I also discovered that was apparently the first thing Stephanie Sheh ever voiced in, which was an interesting discovery, because I fucking hate that character and how she sounded in it. And so knowing like, oh wow, that's her first role, I feel really bad, because I can't get Taku out of my head. Every time I close my eyes, I just hear Taku. I like Kari though, so glad she's back.
Oh, because it's something I feel like talking about, and I saw a tweet just now. Small update on the Cyborg 009 release. Apparently there's apparently several episodes they don't have the original Japanese tapes for, so they dug out the edited for TV dub masters, and using the Japanese DVDs as reference, they'll reassemble the uncompressed footage and start piecing together the audio. That just sounds like a lovely job.
Dude, I'm gonna buy this thing.
I have so much respect for everyone working on this release, it's not even funny.
Dude, I feel like I need to buy this just because there's so much going into this, and I feel like if either I buy this or I personally give like Justin Savarkis an equivalent amount of money, like in person.
This is becoming the next big hair pull-out project from Discotek. And the last one was freaking IGPX.
Good on them. These people fucking try.
Yeah. They got a lot of good people working there. Hi, Discotek, if you're listening to this. We appreciate the good stuff you do.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Crazy. So, Kadokawa may have pulled a Konami on Kimono Friends, but that doesn't mean Tatsuki is down and out. For much like Hideo Kojima, he is bouncing back with a new show on his own terms. His new project, entitled Yamurikusa, will be produced at Yaozoru, and that's literally all we know.
I think it's Yaoyorozu. I know this because that is literally the surname to Momo Yaoyorozu.
What did I say?
Something else.
Did I say Yaozoru or?
Yeah.
I don't even know. Ugh.
Don't worry.
Whatever.
Be happy.
Leaving it in. Why not? So, based on this one picture, any thoughts on it?
It is anime. Good on him. Best of luck. Ganbatte. And we can move on.
There's nothing much to say. That's literally all we know about it. Okay.
Maybe when I watch Kimono Friends myself, I'll have more things to say.
Okay. So, remember how the last real big Amazon exclusive after Strike Shutdown was the Garden of Sinners film series?
Yeah.
Well, you can throw that out the window as Crunchyroll now has the film series for free. For free!
I'm really happy about this, actually, because I'm almost curious if this was intentional to cross-promote the fact that Fate Grand Order is currently doing an event centered around
I was about to mention that. This was put up just in time for that Garden of Sinners event in Fate GO.
Which, I don't give a shit about Fate GO anymore, but the fact that I can now much more easily enjoy the series makes me happy. And I'm fine, and it's on my main backlog of shows to watch, so that's gonna be fun.
Like I said, it's on there for free. You don't even have to be a premium subscriber to watch it.
Also, watch I was told chronological order is the recommended method. I'm sure there's other people who feel differently, but I'm not gonna pull a fucking Chronicles of Narnia on this bitch. I'm just gonna watch it start to end.
Chronic what?
Chronicles of Narnia?
I'll get
Because the whole thing with Chronicles of Narnia is that it sometimes has it's got 1 through 7, though I think it's actually 2, 4, 5, 6, 1, 3, 7 in regards to chronological order.
And they never finished those movies. Womp womp.
I forgot those even were a thing.
Well, either way, it sounds like something to tackle on a lazy Sunday.
All right.
Okay. And finally, we're going to talk a bit more about Crunchyroll because they've grown quite a bit in the past 10 years, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
Per this report from the Hollywood Reporter, their investments in the anime industry have resulted in over $100 million in royalties given back. So the next time someone tells you that watching anime on Crunchyroll doesn't mean anything, you can tell them just how wrong they are. And maybe smack them on the forehead with a magazine.
Real talk, good on them. They've been getting a lot more in-depth into anime production and stuff, and it's actually been pretty interesting to see which titles they actually are co-producing, thanks to stuff like their own site tags and verbs, Crunchyroll co-production section, which you want to know, take a guess at how many anime in the winter 2018 season alone they are directly co-producing.
Potentially all the ones they're streaming?
9.
Close. 8.
Oh, it was close.
That consists of A Place Further Than the Universe, Citrus, Laid Back Camp, Miss Koizumi Loves Ramen Noodles, the Junji Ito Collection, Michiri Neko, Katana Maidens, and How to Keep a Mummy.
I'll tell you right now, Michiri Neko is the underrated, passed over one of that bunch.
And I mean, the most, because they've also done stuff like Kino's Journey, Urahara, MMO Junkie, Centaur's Life.
Mm-hmm.
The number on this seems to be about 41 co-productions that they are directly involved in committee and didn't just pay a lot for exclusivity, which is really interesting. I look forward to see what more they do in the future. Golden Cowboy, please.
Please. Yeah. Cool stuff. Proof that over time, sites like Crunchyroll can grow from a little seedy site to one of the biggest players in the industry.
If not the. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So, you guys just want to talk about whatever for 20 minutes?
I mean, I'm sure I can manage it.
Fucking fine with me.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of exciting stuff going on, mostly because we're in the middle of the Olympics and it's the dead of February, where there's like nothing going on. So, in the absence of a main topic, this is a perfect opportunity for us to just do a potpourri segment where we fill time by talking about stuff related to anime in one way or another.
The most exciting stuff to me was a couple of my. I finally got around to like some backlog stuff. I finished Ouran High School Host Club. Man, that is a show almost 10 years old and it still holds up. Like, it is hilarious, fantastic. I adore these characters. I adore what the show does visually, aesthetically, and it really shows why it's still big to begin with. The only thing that I think has actually aged, which I'm not gonna fault them for or call them problematic because it was a different time, is like the word tranny is the only thing that is like not aged about that dub. The only thing, but outside of that, it still feels like it could have been made today and it's still really strong and it's a fucking good dub and it's fucking amazing. As for other things I finished, finally got around to finishing Gamers. That's one I'd been sitting on a long time, but
I have also not finished that. And
you should.
Me either.
my drive to do so has not been exactly present.
I did it because it was like, you know what, I really should check out this dub, and the dub made it so much easier to go through. Maybe it was just like the eccentric, incredible performances of some of these people, like, man, they were some goddamn outrageous performances. I think, let's see, Brittany Karbowski as Car Nintendo, fucking Clifford Chapin as Tatsuki, Tia Ballard as Aguri. Like, there's also some newer names, like the guy who plays Keita, and yeah, it's like it's really good. It helped me finish the show. It is, at its best, it is some of the most outrageous fucking bullshit comedy misunderstanding shit. At its worst, it actually is some like frustrating like romance bullshit that is genuinely frustrating at times. That being said, most of the time it is going hardcore comedy angle, and that worked really hard, especially in the English language. I think that really helped it a lot for me.
Yeah.
And I also finished the second half of Fate Apocrypha. Fate Apocrypha is a show that is a Fate popcorn is what I would describe it. There's some good things about it. There's some characters I really like. There's some characters I don't really like. The middle half of the second half is really sluggish, but goddamn, the finale is some of the most bombastic anime shit I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. Let me set the stage for you for one of them. Okay. Things I never knew I needed in a Fate series, but I'm glad I got. A one-on-one fisticuffs battle on a jet plane, going inside the jet plane, trapped inside the frozen time.
That sounds like something from like one of the Fast and Furious movies.
Dude, it is fucking great. And like the majority of episode 22, Mordred's fight, even like the finale to 24, it's kind of a stupid show. Some of the characters they focus more on aren't great, and I'm so actually disappointed at what they did with Jeanne d'Arc, because she was really cool. I like her character, I like her stuff, I like her powers. She got jobbed hard and she became love interest, so that bummed me out. That being said, there are some really good characters and some characters that are not so good. it's not a good place to start Fate, but it is a fun alternative universe thing that is just a lot of fun and actually pretty bombastic and interesting and different visually from Ufotable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you want to start with Fate Zero. Start with Fate Zero. That's an order. Everyone.
That is by your command seal. Go watch Fate Zero first.
Oh, yes, it's so good.
Anyways, my current watch on my backlog is Watamode, which I'm having trouble with. I'm really... most of these I've been able to do pretty easily. Watamode is the first one where it's like, I really don't want to watch more.
Man, I watched that simulcast when it aired in 2013.
Here's the thing,
because
like my schedule is to kind of watch 2 a day, and it's like I can barely watch 1 a day. It's hard. And that's my anime stuff, and I'm trying to survive school. I'm done.
Well, I'll tell you about Watamode. It's cringe comedy that has a little bit of relatability to it if you have like severe social anxiety, like I do. But it's easy to laugh at if you just laugh with it. At least to me, anyway.
You're probably right. It's the first one in my backlog, so... It's the first one in my backlog where it's like I've actually had trouble with it.
Yeah.
I thought it was a fairly amusing show.
Are you watching it subbed or dubbed?
Dubbed.
Good. You're hearing Monica Rial go ham on everyone.
Oh no, she's fantastic. It's just I have to make myself watch it, and it's we'll see how it goes. Maybe I will like it.
Yeah. Well, we'll come back to that. High Dive started putting up Flip Flappers dubs. I watched that today.
Yes.
I have no idea what's going on, but I'm interested in it.
Good.
Yeah. I actually bought some used DVDs because I do that every now and then. I mentioned earlier I got a DVD-only copy of Drifters. I didn't even know that happened, but whatever. I also got the Reader Die OVA and the second half of Devil Hunter Yoko, which was weird.
There's a second half?
Well, this was back when shows like that were released in like 2 different sets. So it's only like the last 3 episodes of it. Although it came in this really big case with a second disc that just said animation and live action catalog on DVD. Like, what the hell, ADV?
I'm now wondering if I've only seen like the first quote unquote half of that, because I know it was a VHS I rented from Blockbuster back in the day.
Yeah.
And it did kind of seem like it just ended at a place that wasn't an end, so...
Yeah. Oh, note about that show, Double Hunter Yoko? Very first show ADV Films ever licensed. It was one of their earliest dubs as well. And unfortunately, you can't find it anywhere because nobody has it.
Pretty sure there's nudity in that.
Oh, there is. It's
suggestive situation.
It's a quote unquote magical girl show, in the sense that it very loosely fits the description. No pun intended. There's also tentacles in the first episode, like the first 5 minutes. So that's the thing that happened. Yeah, I gotta get back into my viewing habits. I really gotta finish Kakegurui and Fate Apocrypha. It's just, I miss the days when I could be a lazy bum and watch through shows, in 12-hour sittings.
Yeah.
How do you all do it?
I don't. I need to pace myself. I can't watch it all in a day. Like, the most I ever do that big of a binge is, like, if I really let the time slip by and, like, I have a recording in regards to dub talk.
I've been real bad about getting through, like, episodes of anything by myself, because I will, like, watch 5 minutes of something, then I will pause it to do something quick, and then 20 minutes will go by, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I was watching something.
That's why I like doing dub talk, because it actually motivates me to, like, watch things, because it's like, oh, I have to talk about them. I guess that's what doing, like, internet content is like. I should watch this thing so people will know what I think of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, as a quick little note, The once too hot for TV episode of Outlaw Star is finally going to air on TV next week.
That'll be fun. I'm also really excited because tomorrow we're going to get the English voice of a character I've really been looking forward to hearing English in Hunter x Hunter in the form of Neferpito.
Oh, okay.
Like, yes.
Oh, one note about that. Apparently, the release date for the Phantom Rouge Hunter x Hunter movie got pushed back a week. Nobody told Walmart or Best Buy because they have it on store shelves right now.
Okay, that's funny. Oh, well.
I'm
probably going to buy that at some point. I don't know anything about those movies. I hear people are like, oh, these are okay. These are bad. These are meh. I'm still interested because I want to see more of my boys, Killua and Kurapika.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, Phantom Rouge is all about Kurapika, so yeah. I've heard Phantom Rouge is okay, Last Mission not so much, but, whatever.
It's more of Killua, Kurapika, and the troop, as well as, those are characters I like. I'd be game to see them in a movie again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, can somebody explain to me why Second and Charles is such a fucking dumping ground for terrible anime?
Second and Charles? What?
It's a used bookstore, kind of like Books A Million, and they have a gigantic set of DVD shelves everywhere. I go there every now and then because there's one in my city, and the stuff I find there is crazy. I actually bought the first Ergo Proxy Geneon single because it had a soundtrack CD in it. But the stuff I saw there is pretty much the stuff from like Anime Abandoned, because there was a DVD copy of Devidasi, Apocalypse Zero, Sin the Movie, Angel Sanctuary. All of which are terrible, terrible programs.
I feel like we don't have anything that ever has like random cool shit like that. Like, I really have to hunt to find anything, and it's usually either stuff will show up maybe at a Goodwill or Savers, or occasionally I will find something interesting in like a one-off pawn shop. Like, I managed to find the like complete Christmas set of Ava for $10 like a year ago.
That's a good find.
It's like not a bootleg either.
Yeah. Oh, I also saw at this particular store a copy of the show Green Green labeled complete,
God.
which is not complete because
not.
you're missing the last episode, which goes into full-on hardcore pornography. You liars, media blasters.
Why have I seen all of that show? I really want to know.
My God.
I'm pretty sure I actually blame an old roommate. Because one of our friends was like using Green Green as a comparison for like bad anime. And my friend was like, oh no, let's see how bad this actually is. And then it was pretty terrible. A story in several parts.
And to think, that was one of Bryce Papenbrook's earliest dub roles.
I don't think I realized that. And
I did not realize that. Oh, lordy.
I also may not have watched it dubbed, so there's that.
Yeah, that 13th episode. Unlicensed because it devolved into actual hardcore fucking.
Weird.
Which is weird because Media Blasters makes their money from hardcore fucking.
Okay.
You know, if there was ever a harem show that I cared about having an episode like that, it would not have been that.
Oh, well. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of tales about used shows, but I'll save those for another time.
All right.
I guess that'll do it. Bit of a short show because nothing happened this week. Any final words before we head out of here?
I'm still watching a couple of stuff from winter season. If you're not watching anything, go watch either A Place Further Than the Universe or Laid Back Camp. Both are really, really good times. Oh, Hakume and Mikochi and Mitsuboshi Colors too.
Takagi.
Takagi-san. There's a lot of really good, cute shit this season.
After the Rain's been really good too.
That's one I really gotta check out.
Do it.
I think I'm gonna sink my teeth into it.
Okay, then. Well, I guess that's it from us, everyone. Short show for a very unexciting week. It's February. Nothing's happening. We're watching the Olympics. So, be sure to follow all our social links down in the description. Check out past episodes of the show on the website, as well as now on iTunes and Google Play. Catch the video version of the show on the Surreal Resolution YouTube page, link in the description, of course, unless you're watching this on YouTube, in which case, hi, you're watching this right now. Check out Duelist's YouTube channel, Duelist G, for rare to nominated awesome videos from years past. Check out Andy and Jet on Dub Talk, also on YouTube.
We just hit 1,337 subscribers. We are officially elite.
Oh boy. I think I just
Indeed.
finally hit enough subscribers for YouTube to start considering me like a legitimate channel, and I don't know what that number is.
Is it near 1,000? Because
Might be.
that's... Oh, okay then. All right. So thank you for listening to PodcastONA today. We'll hope you come back next time. So until then, take care, everybody. Woo!
Peace.
Apparently I have 1,978 subscribers. I don't know. I should really post stuff. I don't know.